The World Pizza Championships. It's pretty, it resembles the first 20 minutes of the Gladiator movie. When you first walk in and get going, it's wild.
It's a competition of where, over 450 competitors get together and compete, but not only do they compete, yes, we all want to win, we all want to do our best, we all want to compete, but like I said, we share things, you get to learn what other places around the world are doing and what is making their restaurant thrive, and then you can bring it back to your restaurant.
I would say it's just a collaboration of all the different countries who love, and the people who love pizza, and you come here and show off the best pizzas you can make and your skills with dough and everything, and it's just a big exposition of what pizza is.
You get this bug in you, wanting to do the absolute best you can, and this is the measuring stick, the competitions.
People kind of think it's weird, but people watch the Food Network all the time these days, so I guess they get food competitions more than they used to, which is nice because they kind of understand what you're going to. You tell them, just tell them we're going to Italy to try to compete with the best in the world to see where we, see if we can compete.
Well, many of my friends don't know what it's like, so I tell them it's like the Olympics of pizza. I mean, I love pizza. It's what I do. It's what I've been doing for many, many years. But after a while, you kind of get in your groove. But then you come to these events, and then you're like, I'm going to step it up a level. I'm going to do something cool.
It's very refreshing to be around 20 other people that have that same high energy and passion for the same exact thing you do.
Passion for pizza, for the pizza industry, for the people I meet here in Italy, around the world, the people on the U.S. pizza team. It's just a passion for the industry, and that's what I'm all about.
Everybody has their hashtag U.S. Pizza Team. I like to call it U.S. Pizza Dorks. That's my hashtag for us. And I mean it in a genuinely positive way, because we kind of dork out on pizza.
Today, the U.S. Pizza Team took maybe a well-needed day off of bonding, and we went to Verona.
Trip to Verona was really nice. Well, other than the crowds of people.
It was a mad scene with hundreds of people elbowing, and I think I got kicked in the shin.
I get a little claustrophobic when it comes to huge crowds and condensed places, especially when we went to see the Romeo and Juliet statues and stuff like that.
It was quite funny seeing everyone jump up there and get their picture with the Juliet statue. And we went to visit Giuseppe at his pizzeria, and he has won 7 times. I don't even know how many times he's won. And he gave us a ton of insight of how he succeeds.
Being in Italy and walking around the street markets and that kind of stuff has been really, really fun, different than where I live in America.
Going to the town with the lake, I like it.
It was beautiful. It was the Italian country that I had been hoping to see over here.
The 3 of us got out some doughs and started spinning dough, and we actually built a crowd of Italians who are, they love pizza and they know pizza very well, and they were impressed with our skills of spinning dough and taking pictures, videos, and such.
You could take the competition and forget it just for the trip to the Barilla Academia today, where the top chefs for them put us through cooking a meal from start to finish, and we were hands-on. What an incredible experience that was. I mean, that just blew me away. And then we come away, they give us their cookbook. For us foodies, what gets better than being able to make food and being able to make it with the super chefs?
Well, always when we go to the castle dinner, that's always very fun. And this year we got to tour the castle, so that was very interesting. It was beautiful, and of course it's old, and there was lots of interesting art and interesting viewpoints, and of course the Italian scenery in the background. It was beautiful.
The castle was fun. It was old, very old.
The castle is pretty incredible. It's Italy, man. The only thing that's bad about coming to Italy is coming to Italy, the trip itself.
Italy is amazing. Italy's amazing.
Classico, I'm doing something like the Popeye pizza I did in Chattanooga, but it's gonna be very reduced.
The pizza game plan, we named it Mr. Frank. It's an homage to a fallen pizza peel that we used for a couple years at the shop. The pizza itself is gonna have a gorgonzola cream, it's gonna have some bufala mozz, it's gonna have the porcini mushroom. There's a difference between being simple and being direct. You can make your statement with only 2 or 3 ingredients.
Pizza is flour, water, salt, oil. Now make it something. And that's the challenge, and that's what all these people do really well.
I'm going with what I'm calling the flaming bacon pizza. It's a spicy red sauce with fresh mozzarella, bacon, cherry tomatoes, and Parmigiano Reggiano.
I'm going with a pizza that I learned many years ago when my grandma she used to make it. I call la povera. La povera means like the poor pizza, which is with the caciocavallo cheese, wild oregano, onions, anchovy, breadcrumbs, San Marzano tomato, and a touch, just a touch of fior di latte mozzarella.
The pizza in the pan, I think I absolutely killed it, so I think I did really well. Judges loved it. It's like crispy fried on the bottom and then chewy and airy in the middle.
I made things that we'd found at the local market here in Parma. I used 3 different local salamis. I used buffalo mozzarella, some rocket or arugula. Everything seemed to go well.
I was very happy with the sauce and the toppings and the finishing sauce. I thought it was wonderful. I tried something new this year to try to make more of an Italian style dough and realized there's a lot I still have to learn. So I wasn't very happy with the dough, but I think from there up, it turned out wonderfully.
You know, every single person that we give a pizza to is our judge. And you know, these competitions are the easy thing. When you do really well here and you go back to your pizzeria and you have to live up to the hype, that's the hard part.
I think it's great. I think it's great to be a part of this. You know, we're in a great part of the world. You know, Parma is the center for Italian gastronomy, and to be able to come here and grow and develop, you know, I view that as invaluable.
I competed in largest dough stretch. Basically, you have 5 minutes to stretch the dough as large as you can with no holes. I thought I was going to be a lot more nervous than I was, but when I got up there, I kind of just decided that I was just going to have fun with it, not worry about any of it, and I just went out there and stretched the dough like I do every day at work.
I took my aggression out on that hole, and it listened.
I've been competing with Jamie for almost a decade, and he's become one of my best friends. He has the ability. He had the ability last year to win. He came that close. It's tough to be like, oh yeah, Jamie's got no problem. He's going to go out there and win. I can't say that, but I know that he's going to go out there and put on one heck of a performance.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. 4, 6, 9, 469. Che qualcosa dice papà?
Last year I came in second place, won the silver medal in freestyle acrobatics for the World Championships. And I came in this year hopeful, but not too hopeful. Ended up winning the silver medal again.
I'm not sure exactly how to say it. It's almost like winning yourself. You know the effort he's put in, you know how hard he's worked for it. To see him be able to get up on stage and accept the silver, you felt like you were part of it.
I would say we're some of the best friends you can have in the pizza business, and I'm proud as hell to have Dave Summers as my friend, and I'm glad I met him a long time ago.
I mean, silver, gold, whatever. If you make it to the podium, that's a huge feat.
I've described it as a team effort. I used to do wrestling in high school, so I look at it the same way. That's how that world works. It's a team, but when you go out there, you're on your own, but you're still playing for the team.
When I say US Pizza Team, I say with very pride because it's a big family.
This is a great group of people to travel with. The camaraderie and the sense of team with everybody here is amazing. Everybody is so supportive and there to help in a moment's notice.
Good group of people. I like how I made friends with everyone.
The type of people that you meet in the hospitality industry are the type of person that they want to find a way to help you and to make your life better.
I think this is a really strong group, a tight community that looks out for one another, and I think we'll make lifelong friends here.
I made a career out of making pizza, and I think what the thing should be is that kids should know that it's a possibility.
It's been an amazing experience.
I'm sitting in Parma, Italy for the third year in a row, the World Pizza Championships. You know, if you would have mentioned that to me 10 years ago, that by going to a little competition and trying to make some pizza as fast as I could, that a decade later I'd be meeting with the greatest culinary pizza minds in the world and sitting down and having a drink and discussing how to not just make your own pizzeria better, but to make the pizza industry better, I would have thought you were crazy.
I think anytime you enter any competition, you're giving one idea, and it's an enrichment process. So in return, you're getting 100, 200 different ideas, perspectives, interpretations, not to mention the networking that goes along with that. So I view this as, we all want to win. I don't think there's anyone who would enter a competition saying, I want to lose. But the bonus in all of this is we're all winners, and the reality of being able to give an idea and get back more than what you've given, I think that's the enrichment process, and that allows us to go on and grow and develop and further our abilities.
I'm in, I'm all in. I can't wait to do it again.
Our sincerest, deepest gratitude to someone very special tonight here on the bus, Paula, who ran around for us and did so much for us.
Having the translator travel with us helps more than anything else. She works harder than all of us put together, I think.
She runs around like a mad person, running around table to table, trying to organize things, and does so much for us, guys. I just want to make sure everyone says thank you, and we love you, Paula. And I named a pizza after her, and if you're looking for a franchising opportunity, go to National Pizza.